We have a nice team here from the Temple Bhakti Center. So all are very enthusiastically participating. Om Ajnanatimirandasya. Oh, I didn't start. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya. Is it live?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्यतदेशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्हिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय ते नमः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामचर्य दास ठाकुर की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा okay, let me share verse 15 okay. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकीम् मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरु दीनदायलं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं जयो श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Canto 10, Chapter 40, Prayers of Akrura, verse 15. त्वयि अव्ययतात्मन् पुरुषे प्रकल्पिता लोका सपाला बहुजीवसङ्कुलाः यथा जले सञ्जिहते जलौकसो अपि उदुम्बरे वा मशका मनोमये त्वयि अव्ययात्मन् पुरुषे कल्पिता
त्वयि अव्ययात्मन्
अव्ययात्मन् पुरुषे प्रकल्पिता
लोका सपाला बहुजीवसङ्कुलाः
लोकाः
सपाला
सपालाः
बहुजीव
बहुजीवसङ्कुलाः
यथा जले सञ्जिहते जलौकसो
यथा
यथा
जले
जले
सञ्जिहते
सञ्जिहते
जलौकसो
जलौकसो
अपि उदुम्बरे वा मशका मनोमये
अपि
अपि
उडुम्बरे
उडुम्बरे
वामसका
वामशका
मनोमये
मनोमये
त्वयि त्वयि अव्ययात्मन् पुरुषे प्रकल्पिता
त्वयि
त्वयि
अव्ययात्मन्
अव्ययात्मन् पुरुषे
प्रकल्पिता
प्रकल्पिता
लोका सपाला बहुजीवसङ्कुलाः
लोकाः
लोकाः
सपाला
सपालाः
बहुजीवसङ्कुलाः
बहुजीवसङ्कुलाः
यथा जले सञ्जिहते जलौकसो
यथा
यथा
जले
जले सञ्जिहते
सञ्जिहते
जलौकसो
जलौकसो
अपि उदुम्बरे वा मशका मनोमये
अपि
अपि
उडुम्बरे
उडुम्बरे
वामसका
वामशका मनोमये
Only translation we have. So translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the worlds with their presiding demigods and teeming populations originate in you, the inexhaustible Supreme Personality of Godhead. These worlds travel within you, the basis of the mind and senses, just as aquatics swim in the sea or tiny insects burrow within a udumbara fruit. Okay, need to read once again. All the worlds with their presiding demigods and teeming populations originate in you. Okay, Krishna is the Sarva Karana Karana. He is the Adi Purusha, right? From him only everything emanates. And you, the inexhaustible Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, these worlds travel within you, the basis of the mind and senses, just as aquatics swim in the sea or tiny insects burrow within an Udumbara fruit. I don't know what this fruit is. Anyone have heard Udumbara fruit?
Yes, Mataji, that
Insects.
fruit
What is
has
it?
all the insects inside the fruit, but they still,
Oh, okay.
yeah. When you open it, it's all
So
they have insects in
nobody
it.
can eat that? It is not for eating or what? This
I'm
fruit?
not sure, Mataji. Maybe
Kind
they
of fig,
eat the
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
fig
yeah,
sometimes it is there, na. I mean, you have to
yeah,
be very careful while eating this fig,
yeah.
na? Especially this fig. Yeah, so basically, we know like Krishna is Andantarastam, Paramanu, Chayantarastam. So he's there, even Narsimha prayer also we say that Krishna, Bahir Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. So Krishna is everywhere, no, he is all pervading. So obviously, then everything is inside him, no. That is what we saw, like how Yashoda Maya also, when Krishna opened his mouth, she was able to see the whole universe inside the Lord's mouth, and she was able to see herself also in and no along with Krishna there. So how is it possible? This is inconceivable potency of the Lord. No, achintya beda beda tattva. So Krishna is the basis of everything. No, Krishna says that he is the mind, right? Of the senses, Krishna says, "I am the mind." No, yeah. So this is the analogy which is given here. We'll go to the next one. 10, 40, 16. Okay, all of this translation. यानि यानि रूपाणि क्रीडनार्थं बिभर्षिः आमृष्ट शुचो लोका मुदा गायन्ति ते यशः यानि यानि रूपाणि
यानि रूपा
रूपाणि
क्रीडनार्थं बिभर्षिः
क्रीडनार्थं बिभर्षि
विवर्षिः
तैरामृष्ट शुचो लोका
तैरामृष्टशुचो
तैरामृष्टशुचो लोका
मुदा गायन्ति ते यशः.
मुदा
गायन्ति ते
गायन्ति ते
यशः.
यशः.
Translation. To enjoy your pastimes, you manifest yourself in various forms in this material world. And these incarnations cleanse away all the unhappiness of those who joyfully chant your glories. Right? So Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nashochati na Kankshati. So even in the platform of Brahman realization, one is no, he doesn't lament nor he hankers no anything. So what to say about someone who is engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, like who has realized the Bhagwan feature of the Lord, right? He's always joyful. The devotee, the pure devotees who are ananya bhaktas, like who are always without any expectations. They don't have any desires apart than to serve the Lord. So such devotees are always happy. And Krishna actually he manifests in various forms for his pleasure. That even it is said like even Krishna is also like expand. He expands himself to Radharani also, the internal potency of the Lord, right? So which to increase the pleasure potency. So to enjoy, Krishna does that, and we see that various forms the Lord takes, and every form has certain he comes, he's take the incarnation for certain reasons, right? Like how like to kill Hiranya Kashipu, the Lord has to come as half man and half lion form, right? So different forms the Lord takes based on based on the whatever the need has come. So it is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that there is no limit for the number of forms also that Lord can take. We cannot name it also. It is unlimited. Only the few of them they have mentioned in the Bhagavatam, right? I think around 22 incarnation have been mentioned. Though the 10, the avatars are very famous, usually everyone knows. No? But then there are many, like there are Sakshevesha Avatara, Leela Avatara, Guna Avatara, Rupa Avatara, Purusha Avatara, like that. No? So yeah, so the Lord takes different avatars, and these incarnation cleanse away all unhappiness, right? Because Krishna is all joyful. So we know like how when Krishna expanded in the Brahma Vimoha Leela, for almost 1 year, they never felt separation from their children because Krishna was there with them. So they were so joyful. They were not, usually they were always attracted to Krishna, but that time they were attached to their own children because that was Krishna himself. Krishna is the all attractive. So he takes away all unhappiness. Shunvatam Swakatam. Even just by hearing about the pastime of Lord, all the anarthas or the unwanted things from the heart is removed. It is said, na Shunvatam Swakatam Krishnaha Punyashravana Kirtanaha Rudhyantasto hi abhadrani vidnoti surutsatam. No? In the verses. We'll go to 10.40.17 and 18. नमःकारणमत्स्याय प्रलयाब्धिचराय च हयाशीर्णे नमस्तुभ्यं मधुकैटभ मृत्यवे अकूपाराय बृहते नमो मन्दरधारिणे क्षिति उद्धार विहाराय नमः शूकरमूर्तये नमःकारणमत्स्याय
नमकारणमत्स्याय
प्रलयाब्धिचराय च
Pralayamticharaaya cha
हयाशीर्ष्णे नमस्तुभ्यं
शिष्णे
Yashishne
नमस्तुभ्यं
namastu
मधुकैटभमृत्युवे
मधुकैटभामि
Madhukaitavamrityave
अकूपाराय बृहते
पाराय
Aya Brihate
नमो मन्दरधारिणे
ओ मन्दरधारिणे
Mandaradharine
क्षित्युद्धार विहाराय
उद्धार
उद्धार
विहाराय
Shittyudharaviharaya
नमः शूकरमूर्तये.
नमस्कार
Shukaramurtaye.
All different incarnations, I think these are. Yeah. Yes, Mataji. Anyone wants to read? Veena Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I offer my obeisances to you, the cause of the creation, Lord Matsya, who swam about in the ocean of dissolution, to Lord Hayagriva, the killer of Madhu and Kaitaba, to the immense tortoise, Lord Kurma, who supported Mandara mountain, and to the boar incarnation, Lord Varaha, who enjoyed lifting the earth. Purport. The Vishvakosha dictionary states that the word Akuparaya indicates the king of tortoises. Hare Krishna,
Yeah.
Mataji.
So whatever the Lord takes the body, it can be fish or it can be tortoise, no, or like a pig, no. But it is said it is transcendental. He is not. It's not a ordinary hog. No, the Lord's body is transcendental. So different incarnations are mentioned, I think. Let's see. Namaste Adbhuta Simhaya Sadhuloka Bhayapah Vamanaya Namastubhyam Kranta Tribhuvanaya Cha. Yes, Mataji.
Translation. Obeisances to you, the amazing lion, Lord Narsimha, who remove your saintly devotees' fear, and to the dwarf Vamana, who stepped over the three worlds.
Yeah. So Vamana stepped over on whose head? The
Bali
third,
Maharaj.
like Bali Maharaj. Na? So complete surrender, right? So for complete surrender, he is the Acharya, Bali Maharaj. So who showed like he had rejected his own guru also in no, because he knew that it was Lord Vishnu only. His guru, no, Shukracharya warned him that this is a trick by Vishnu. Don't fall prey for it. So, but he knew he thought it was his fortunate. No, he was a whose grandson? Bali Maharaj.
Prahlad.
Yeah, Prahlad Maharaj. Na? The great devotee. So even he is also one of the Mahajan. Na? Even Bali Maharaj is also one of the Mahajan. And obeisances, yeah. So to Narsimha Deva. So it said like even Narsimha Deva, we pray like whenever we feel that we are finding difficult to come over the anarthas in us. So we can pray intensely, no, beg and the Lord Narsimha Deva. So and he will remove all those anarthas, right? So how he removed we read in the translation the stone-like heart of Hiranyakashipu, right? And so he with this thing, with this what to say, the nails. Nah? So similarly, he will remove all our anarthas. So Narsimha, we can pray whenever we feel, we are finding difficult to come over the anarthas. So 10, 40, 20. नमो भृगुनां पतये दृप्त क्षात्रव वनच्चिदे नमस्ते रघुवर्याय रावणान्तकराय च नमो भृगुनां पतये
Namo Nam Pataye
दृप्तक्षत्रवनच्चिदे
Gita Shatravana
Ravanachide.
नमस्ते रघुवर्याय
Sri Raghuvaraya
Raghuvaryaya.
रावणान्तकराय च
Ravanantakara
Ravanantakaraya cha.
So obeisances unto the Lord of Bhrugus, who cut down the forest of the conceited royal order. So whom they are talking here? Lord of Bhrugu. Which avatara is this? Huh? Which avatara? Parshuram, na? Parshurama, you remember? 21 generation of kings he killed, na? So, and to Lord Rama, the best of Raghu dynasty, who put an end to the demon Ravana. So he is actually naming all the incarnations of the Lord. Namaste Vasudevaya, Namas Sankarshanaya cha, Pradyumnaya Niruddhaya, Satvatam Pataye Namaha. Namaste Vasudevaya,
Namaste Vasudevaya
Namas Shankarshanaaya cha,
Namaste
Namastankarshanaya cha.
Pradyumnaya Aniruddhaya
Niruddha
Ruddhaya
Sattvatam Pataye Namaha.
Sattvatam Pate
Sattvatam Pataye Namaha.
Obeisances to you, Lord of the Sattvatas, and to your forms of Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So these are the quadruple expansion we say, no? From whom are they expanding? This?
Balaram.
Balram.
Yeah. So from Krishna to Balram, and Balram to Sankarshana. So from the second Sankarshana, we say that Narayana comes, right? Okay, so these are all expansions of. They're all are there in the spiritual world eternally. These expansions. 10:40:22. Namo Buddhaya Shuddhaya Daityadanav Mlecha Prayakshatrahantre Namaste Kalki Rupine. Namo Buddhaya Shuddhaya
Namo Buddhaya Siddhaya
Daityadanav
Daityadana Mohini
Mlecha Prayakshatrahantre
Ichha Praya Shitrandri
Namaste Kalki Rupine.
Namaste Kalkiru.
Namaste Kalki Rupine.
Yeah, read Mataji.
Obeisances to your form as the faultless Lord Buddha, who will bewilder the Daityas and Danavas, and to Lord Kalki, the annihilator of the meat eaters posing as kings.
So this shows like, as the Kali Yuga advances more and more, now only we can see comparatively in the earlier ages, the meat eaters were very less, right? Because this was there, as we know, but then very regulated way, because nobody can take up into the Krishna consciousness or to the worship of Krishna directly. So very slowly they have to come to that platform. So for regulative way, it was introduced in the different Puranas that they can offer to the Kali, Mother Kali, and they can have. And this meat is never offered to Vishnu Tattvas, right? And even we can see that in Vishnu temples, even onion garlic is not used because those are not offered. So Krishna says, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachati, Tadaham Bhakti Bharatam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. So the Lord accepts anything offered with love, but it has to be only Patram, that is Tulasi, Patram Pushpam, that is flower, Phalam flower, Phalam is fruit, Toya means water. And so faultless Lord Buddha, because though Buddha is said to be like atheistic philosophy he gave, he never said that there is soul. No, he said that this is the life, last life. No, this is the only life we have. There was no concept of God, but still he is faultless. Why? Why is it mentioned here? The Lord is faultless, Lord Buddha. Any thoughts?
Because he was incarnation of Krishna?
Yes. And what did he do actually? Yes, his incarnation.
He
doubt.
stopped non-violence. He stopped animal killing.
Yes. So that was actually compassionate. Na? The Lord, we know that because in the name of Vedas and scriptures, like people were like eating like anything, the meat. No? So that he had to stop. So he had to, he took the Lord and he said that reject the Vedas. He rejected all the Vedas. Though Krishna says, Vedescha sarver ahameva Vedyaha Vedanta krit Veda videva chaham. So I am the compiler of Veda and I am the Vedas, Krishna says. But still, in the form of Buddha, he rejects it because it Prabhupada always says like how the Lord appears based on the time, place, and circumstance. So it is not like same preaching he gives every time. It will be based on the consciousness of the people at that time. So the Lord is faultless. He only yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So he had to establish that religion. So hence he comes as Buddha. and the Kalki, right? At the end of Kali Yuga, it is said Kalki will come. Bhagavan Jivalokoyam Mohitastava Mayaya Aham Mameti Asadgraho Brahmyate Karma Vartmasu. Bhagavan Jivalokoyam
Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Jivalokoyam
Mohitastava Mayaya
Mohitastava
Mohitastava
Mayaya
Aham Mameti Asadgraho
Aham
Aham
Nameti
Nameti
Asadgraho
Brahmyate Karma Vartmasu.
Namyate
Brahmyate
Karma Vatmasu.
Karma.
Yeah, read.
O Supreme Lord, the living entities in this world are bewildered by your illusionary energy. Becoming involved in the false concepts of I and my, they are forced to wander along the paths of fruitive work.
Yeah. So the main goal of human life is to be free from this attachment. Huh? So Krishna says, right, in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. So this material world is compared to the perverted reflection of the spiritual world. Actually, this is so whatever so Krishna says how we can more and more if we are getting attached in this world, and we are karanam guna sangosya sadyoni janmasu. Based on our association, we go through so many lives, so many species. So it is never end. It can never end. We may think that okay, I want to some enjoyment I will do, and then I will also do spirituality, but that doesn't work like that. So if we want to enjoy, then like Krishna say Jayapataka Swami Maharaj in the lecture he says that this kind of enjoying mentality is like the small blaze of fire in the room, okay, in the house. So still that fire is there. Until that, it is very dangerous. It can burn the house anytime. So similarly, so even this, the anartha that is that, we are feeling we want to enjoy this material world, then even the slightest of such thing will make us stay back in this material world, right? We see the example of Bharat Maharaj, where he had come to the stage of bhava. He's crossed so many, right? What are the 9 stages? Can someone tell? Shraddha Sadhu Sangha. Who remembers? No one? Shraddha Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Did I name all the 9? I think so. Okay. So the what is the intention of all this devotional service is to love of Godhead. We should come to a platform where we don't have any other desire than to in the service of Lord or to please the Lord. So that is the highest stage, but we have to cross so many different stages. First of all, most of the time it is said we are caught in the anartha stage itself. We are not able to move further. But one who moves, then he develops nishta. Nishta means you are like you are fixed in the devotional service. You are getting up early in the morning, you are doing your sadhana, and you are following the regulative principles. You are reading Prabhupada books, you are hearing the Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj lectures and these things. So there are whatever defined things, and doing offering bhog to the Lord and all these things, everything, or the sadhaka, as a sadhaka is what we are supposed to do, so that we are able to do it. So that is like fix, no need reminders anymore. Like for earlier, like a Kanishta Adhikari, someone just started chanting one round, there should be someone who monitors like whether you are doing today or not, like that. But after some years you come to a stage where without monitoring you are able to do your sadhana well. No, so that is like nishta. You know that though we are not completely able to given up all anarthas, but we know very well that whatever Krishna and Guru is telling in the Shastras is right. So that is for my good and I should follow. and we are sincerely following that. No, Nishtha. So when after we do Nishtha, then we start to develop the taste, Ruchi. Ruchi comes in the devotional service. No, otherwise without taste we are not able to do, right? So that Ruchi we get, and then Asakti, then the attachment comes. Attachment to Krishna's holy dham, no, Krishna's form, Krishna's qualities, Krishna, hearing about Krishna's Leela. So all are Krishna's devotees. So like that kind of attachment will develop. And then after Asakti, it is Bhava. Bhava is almost like love. And then Prema. Prema is the highest. So Maharaj was saying that even at the Bhava stage, one can fall down, right? We have the example of Bharat Maharaj also. So it is become so much essential that how we work in this material world with the detached spirit. No? Padma Patram Ivambhasa. So we have to work, we have to do our duty, but in a detached mode. Like Srila Prabhupada, how he lived, right? He was the best example. Because when Prabhupada had nothing, he had the same enthusiasm to preach Krishna consciousness. And when he had everything, he was not proud. He was still the same. He was not like sitting and taking, no, he was enjoying the luxury, nothing. He was traveling the same or even more. No, he was so much dedicated all his life to Krishna. So in that way, when all our senses, as Prabhupada says, we have to doubt tell. It is not like Mayavadis, we reject everything, means not like that. It is actually Yukta Vairagya. No? Then a person, even being in this material world, he can live like a liberated soul. Ihayasya harirtasye karmana manasa gira nikilashvapi avastasu jivan muktasa uchyate. No? In Nectar of Devotion, Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says, Ihayasya harirtasye. So thinking everything that it is belongs to Krishna. So then why should we be attached? So everything is of Krishna. No, everything is belongs to Krishna. And even our family members, they are also belong to Krishna. So then our serving even more becomes good. It is not like something you have to do. You are actually doing pleasingly because you know that Krishna has given you your the children or husband, whoever, no, and we have to help them also in their spiritual journey. How much ever possible, we have to inculcate these things. Like that is our responsibility. Krishna says. So becoming involved in the false concept of I and my aham mameti. No? There is a verse, right, in Bhagavatam, which says, Janasya moho aham mameti. Right? I think Prahlad Maharaj says that. So thinking everything on the bodily platform and relationships based on bodily platform or the country which I live is to be mine. So these are different types of things we think that it belongs to me. That is a illusion. It is said here. We are all bewildered. We all get bewildered by this. The illusionary, because Mama Maya Duratyaya. Krishna says my energy is very difficult to overcome. It's not so easy, right? It's not so easy. But then Mameva ye prapadyante Maya meta Tarantite. So anyone who surrenders onto Krishna, it becomes very easy for him to cross this ocean of material existence. Aham chat matma jagara Darartha Swajanadishu Brahmami Swapnakalpeshu Muda Satyadhiya Vibho Aham Chatmatma Jagara
Aham chatma
Jagara
Darartha Swajanadishu
dara
Svajadishu
Brahmami Swapnakalpeshu
Brahmami swapnakalpesu
Muda Satyadhiya Vibho.
Mudha satyadhiya vibho.
Mataji?
I too am deluded in this way, O Almighty Lord, foolishly thinking my body, children, home, wife, money, and followers to be real, though they are actually as unreal as a dream.
Yeah. So Unreal in the sense, because like Prabhupada says, what example he gives. So just like in an ocean, when there is a wave, there are so many things in the in the ocean which comes together when there is a wave. So and then in the second wave, it all scatters again, right? So similarly, it is said based on our previous karmas, we have a certain kind of people, with whom we are sharing the relationships. It could be our even the from the body, right? Even the body that we have got, it is based on our karma, and in the previous life we have got this human body. Otherwise, there is no guarantee, right? Any body we can get. So becoming attached to the body and bodily relationships, so follows to be real, though they are actually as unreal, because everybody has their own path. Even in the spiritual life, not we to some extent we can convince, no, but not everyone we are able to convince. Even in the book distribution, right? When we go, some are very pious, and when you approach, you need not have to say much philosophy also. They are very much convinced, they take it. And for some of them, even you have to tell so much of philosophy also, they may not take, or sometimes they may take. So it all depends on one pious deeds, what he has done in the previous lives, right? So this we even in we cannot become attached, because here is saying even I am deluded, because all the living entities, there is no world, Krishna says that there is no, in the three worlds, nobody is free from this three gunas. So obviously we all come under delusion, and even when we come under delusion, what should we do? We should approach someone senior devotee who can help us, right? Just like how the example shown in Bhagavad Gita, how Arjuna surrenders to Krishna, right? The Guru. So we have also taken the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, but sometimes we need a personal advice, from senior Vaishnavas, we need to have some associations with the devotees who can help us, or your Shiksha Guru or someone, right? Or who are senior. Senior in the sense is not in the age, in bhakti, who are from them we can take any. So it's always good, instead of mentally speculating and taking some decisions, it's always good to ask some seniors about the temporary delusion whatever we have, right? Just like how Krishna, after saying all the knowledge, at the end of chapter Krishna asked, कच्चिदेतच्छ्रुतं पार्थ त्वयैकाग्रेण चेतसा कच्चिदज्ञानसम्मोहः प्रणष्टस्ते धनञ्जय. So, have you listened to all with the attention, O Arjuna? So, have all your doubts is clarified now? No? Are you fixed in the devotional service? No? In the sense, even the fighting is a devotional service, because that is what Krishna told Arjuna to do. No? He says there, so Kachideta Shrutam Partha, Vayekagrena Chetasa. So, if somebody has listened with all attention, then there is no delusion in him. Right? And then what does Arjuna say? What is the starting word? Gatosmi sandeha karisi. Stitosmi? No. What is the shloka, Mataji? It starts with Nashto moham. Nashto moham smritirlabdha tvatprasadan mayachuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishe vachanam tava. So in the previous shloka where Krishna mentions that the intelligence, has your now intelligence come back? So here he is saying that now I have come out, from the that delusion. Nashto moham. So now no more illusion. Smritir labda. I have regained my memory back. Because he is an eternal associate of Lord, we know that Krishna bewildered him. And he thought that he was not able to differentiate between the spiritual and material, right? So he was thinking that whatever he is doing, the killing is material. So actually it is spiritual when it is done for Krishna. No? The example given is like a gunman who is operating, at the borders of a country, he can attain the heaven by killing the other, the enemy. But the same, if somebody uses for a neighbor, or no, we see a lot of shooting even recently had no in Australia. So like that, if somebody used, then that is a sin. That is a material. But here he was doing for Krishna. So any work done for Krishna is there is no sinful reaction. Nashto moham smritir labda tvatprasadan. Tvatprasadan means only by the Lord's mercy the illusion can be removed. Right? Only a guru and and Krishna can remove this delusion or the bewilderment in us, right? Nobody else. Yeah. And Gatosmi Stitosmi Gata Sandeha Karishe Vachana. So whatever you have told, I will do. He says, he agrees. It is not like he will do some part of it and some part no. No, some people accept only some part, whichever is favoring for them. No, whichever they like, that instructions they will take from Bhagavad Gita and they will quote. But it is not like that. He says, I will accept everything, whatever you have said, and I will now fight. Okay? So that is like, yeah. Next one. 10:40:25. अनित्यानात्मदुःखेषु विपर्यायमतिर्हि अहम् द्वन्द्वारामस्तमोविष्टो नाजाने त्वत्मनः प्रियम् अनित्यानात्मदुःखेषु
नित्यात्मान दुःखेषु
विपर्यायमतिर्हि अहम्
विपर्ययामतिर्हयाम्
द्वन्द्वारामस्तमोविष्टो
द्वन्द्वारामस्तमो विस्तो
न जाने त्वात्मनः प्रियम्
न जाने
Atmana Priyam.
Yes. Anyone else want to read?
Yes, Mataji. Translation.
Yeah.
Thus mistaking the temporary for the eternal, my body for myself, and sources of misery for sources of happiness, I have tried to take pleasure in material dualities. Covered in this way by ignorance, I could not recognize you as the real object of my love. Hare Krishna.
So this is a realization of pure devotees actually. We know that Akrura worked for Kamsa as a minister, but still he was always fixed on devotion for the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, how could the Lord show his Vishnu form to him in the water, right? So here actually he is repenting. So basically this is for us, just like how Prahlad Maharaj also says the similar thing, but he says that I am really worried for these fools and rascals who are thinking that sense enjoyment is the highest. They're actually marching towards the hell. There is one shloka which says where Prahlad Maharaj says like that. So similarly, he is saying here, thus mistaking the temporary for the eternal, my body for self and sources of misery. Okay, it is said that in material happiness, how much ever we try to fulfill, it never gets, what to say, you will never feel happy. Happiness will never come. Like we go on doing, but so the best example we have in a Shastras of a king Yayati. Anyone knows this story? King Yayati? He's a
Yes,
great king.
Mataji.
Yeah. Can you tell briefly, Mataji?
So
Are you-
he got married, and I think the person, the maid who comes with his wife, he gets
Okay. The names,
attached
do you
to
know the name and whose daughter they were?
they were the person who he married was the daughter of one sage, Mataji. I don't remember the name.
Shukracharya.
Oh,
Shukracharya's
Shukra.
daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is Devayani, right?
Devi.
Devayani he marries. And then what happens?
Sarmishta.
Yeah,
Sarmishta.
so this she pushes her to water, and then to save her, he had to take her from water. And then when you take someone like that, no, actually Sharmishta pushes her, Devayani, and then he marries Devayani. And then Sharmishta, because she did like that, her father gives punishment that you have to work as a maid for my daughter. So that's how she stayed. And but then what happens? She wanted Yayati to get married, no, to him. Though he didn't have any wish to marry her, but she insisted, and then he got married. When Devayani comes to know, she gets very angry, and then her father curses Yayati to become a old man. Hmm. He become an old man. He loses all his youth, and then again when he begs, no, then he says, "Okay, you have so many sons. Ask your sons if they can give you the youth." No, one of the sons. There are four or five sons, something like that. So he asked everyone. Puru also is one of the son who rejects. He doesn't accept. No, Puru is the one who accepted her. One of the sons accept. Okay, I think Puru only. Yeah. Puru only accepted that he gives its youth for his father. And it is said his father accepted the youth, and he enjoyed for 1,000 years, because those time we know that the lifespan was very big. And after 1,000 years, he comes to a point that he is not happy. Can you imagine? No, sense gratification for 1,000 years, and he is still not happy. So that shows that all these examples shows that there is no happiness in that path. No? Ehi samspashya bhoga dukkha yonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. Ehi samspashya bhoga. When the sense come into the contact with the sense object, no, there is a dukkha yonaya evate. Always there is a misery. It leads to the pain. Adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. No? Because it has a beginning and an end. Right? There is always a beginning and end for such happiness. And nateshu ramate buddha. The intelligent person does not take pleasure in such activities. So it is said. So similarly, and then after 1,000 years, he comes to his son, and then what does he say? He says that he gives his youth back to him. And then I think he goes for a forest. So so he realizes, so that is not the no. And we see also in the morning Bhagavatam class, like Puranjana, he was so much attached to his wife, and he was born as a woman in his next life. So Prachina Barhi was the king whom Narada Muni is instructing, giving a allegory story of Puranjana, right? So because he was also engaged in the fruitive activities and similar thing. So he was giving a example of how the Puranjana, because of his overly attachment, how he was, because at the time of leaving body, he was thinking of his wife, he got a women body, right? So yeah. And I'd seen one recent one. There is in ISKCON only it happened. One brahmachari, I don't know if you have, did I say this? Somebody got accident, okay? They died. He was young, 20, 25 years. He was a brahmachari serving in some part of the country. I don't know if it's Mumbai or somewhere, okay? Foreign, I don't know, abroad, I think. So this brahmachari died, and then what happened? After many years, he was somehow mysterically he got to know that no, some they find, so how something is there, I'm missing something, but actually he was born as a woman in next life. No, why he was a woman? Then that lady was able to remember something like that, like he was having he had some, because one of the brahmachari told he was having liking towards one Mataji who was coming for kitchen seva, something like that. Okay. So, and then this person, when he went and saw, shockingly, that the female form whom he had taken, so that resembled the Mataji, right? So the same, the face also looked very similar. So this, we can understand how like, no, how it works. Krishna has told, and it is actually working. the yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyante kalevara tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava yati nastyatra samshayana. Yeah. So whatever the consciousness we have at the time of leaving body, we get it. Right? So that is why one should not be very much attached to these temporary things, is said here. Yatha buddho jalam hitva pratichannam tad udbhavaihi abhyeti mriga trishnam vai tadvatvaham paranmukaha. Yata buddho jalam hitva
Buddho jalam hitva
pratichannam tad udbhavaihi
pratichan
Praticchannam tad udbhavaihi
abhyeti mriga trishnam vai
yeti
abhyeti mrigatrishnam bhai
tadvatvaham paranmukaha.
Tadvatvaham paranmukaha.
Yes, Mataji.
Continue.
Yeah.
Translation. Just as a fool overlooks a body of water covered by the vegetation growing in it and chases a mirage, so I have turned away from you.
Yeah. So we know, like even in the first verse of Bhagavatam, it is said that this, it looks like a mirage actually. Even they get, even the devatas get illusioned. They nobody understand Krishna. Only Krishna can know himself. He's Swarat. So Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaratarsh artheshvabhigna Swarat tene brahmarudaya adikavaye muhyanti yat surayaha muhyanti, no? When the devatas get illusion. Tejo varimrudam yata vinimayo yatra trisargo mrusha damna svena nirasta kuhakam satyam param dhimahi. So actually we see about this material world which look like a mirage. So here it is said, just as a fool overlooks a body of water covered by vegetation growing in it and chases a mirage, so I have turned away from you. So like we have an analogy in the Bhagavad Gita also, like how there are two birds in a tree. Like one bird is enjoying the fruits of the tree and the other bird is actually watching it. The super soul, who is the Lord, who is there in our heart, is actually watching all our activities from many, many lives. And he's seeing, okay, let me see how much this jiva want to still enjoy in this material world. So how long? Let me wait. He's actually waiting and to give us hand, but we have actually turned away from the Lord. So that is what Akrura is saying in this verse. All are very short, na? Translation is just 2 lines. Notsahe aham krupanadihi kamakarmahatam manaha rodum pramatabhischaksher ह्रियमाणम् इतस्ततः. नोत्साहे हम कृपणादिः कामकर्महतं मनः रोद्धुं परमातिभिश्चाक्षैर् ह्रियमाणम् इतस्ततः. Mataji.
May I read, Mataji? Translation by His Divine Grace, SEVA Vedanta Srila Prabhupada. My intelligence is so crippled that I cannot find the strength to curb my mind, which is disturbed by material desires and activities, and constantly dragged here and there by my obstinate senses.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So intelligence is so crippled. Today also in Bhagavatam, the topic was intelligence. What is the real intelligence? The spiritual intelligence. The what usually everyone has is material intelligence. So material intelligence, there are many people, right? So, but that is only the material success they get because of those intelligence. But that is different, and this intelligence is different. So, spiritual intelligence. What can someone tell the shloka for spiritual intelligence? What Krishna says for regarding buddhi? Even he says in Sarvasya Cham, what is that? Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam. So that buddhi that Krishna out of mercy he gives to the surrendered soul, that is not a material intelligence. That is the higher, that is spiritual intelligence. So when a spiritual intelligence is high, when one who is very sincere in devotional service, then it is very easy for him to control his mind and senses. But whose intelligence is not fixed, no? And Prabhuji was quoting the sloka, Vyavasayatmika buddhi, that Vyavasayatmika buddhi means what? Avyavasayika, right? Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushaka hi anantascha buddhayo avyavasayinam, right? Buddhayo vyavasayinam. So basically, one who is, his goal, he knows, what is his goal of life, purpose of life. He is fixed in devotional service. That person is called Vyavasayika Buddhi. So Avyavasayika means he has so many different branches. Or even if taking to different yoga, reading different books. See, people say when we go for distribution, some say that I have so many books at home. We see, we know all this Bhagavad Gita, we see Bhagavatam, we see Ramayana. But the basic regulative principles also they are not following in life. They are breaking one of the principles. The meat eating is there. So some people have the Bhagavad Gita at home and they say that they do Parayanam, they do this Ramayana for 1 month. I'm surprised. So what did we take lesson from it? No? So they're not using the intelligence, right? So the intelligence is crippled. And the basically what Krishna has told, what the Lord has told in that, if we are not able to take lessons and simply hearing means what? It's of no use, right? So, but one who is, who is not dragged, right? But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this intelligence even of a the person of high caliber, he also, he can also fall prey for Maya, right? What is that shloka? There is a verse. Yatanto hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaha indriyani pramathini harante prasabham manaha. No? So yatanto hyapi kaunteya, even one tries. So purushasya vipaschitaha, one vipaschita means one who knows to discriminate what is good and bad. Still, the intelligence is stolen because the senses are so strong. Haranti prasabham manaha. So the mind is taken away, even of it. So we know, like the example of Vishwamitra Muni, right? We know, like he wanted to become a Brahma Rishi, and he was competing with Vashishta Muni. Vashishta was a Brahma Rishi, and he was just a he becomes a Rishi, but then Vashishta Muni does not accept him because he was still. He says you are just a Maharishi, Maharshi, but not a Brahma Rishi. And then he does so much of tapas, and from Brahma finally he gets it that you are a Brahma Rishi, right? No, before that he wanted to prove to before becoming Brahma Rishi, he says that okay, I want to prove that I have a power. So what he does, he sends one poor man to the heaven. So Indra, what does he do? Indra says like he don't have so much pious credit. How can I take him to heaven? I can't take him. So he sends him back down. So he didn't allow him to come back. He created an artificial heaven in the middle. That is not even in earth, not in heaven, in the middle. So that was called as Trishanku Swarga. He created that and he made him stay there. So by that, and then actually Arjuna request him, Indra request, don't have the duplicate, I will take him, like something like that. But then he loses all his power, whatever he done. So why it is like that? Because he don't know the exact, what is the purpose of all these austerities. austerity has to be done only for Supreme Lord, not desiring some status, no, popularity or like that. And then we see that first time he was actually distracted by Menaka, right? Indra sends Menaka, and the second time this happens, and third time actually he does lot of tapas, and then he becomes Brahma Rishi, and he comes and challenges. He says Vasishta that see, I have become a Brahma Rishi now, because Brahma, by seeing his austerity, he says, okay, you become a Brahma Rishi. And then still he says, Vasishta Muni, that this is not the highest, no? Becoming Brahma Rishi is. So he was in a perplex, like, oh, all my life I thought that becoming Brahma Rishi was the highest, but this is not highest, right? So because you have not developed love for the Lord. No, similarly, how Vyasdeva was in a he was a despondency. We see in the Bhagavatam how he was lamenting. Means he was not happy basically after writing so many Puranas, all that. By Mahabharata, everything was done, but he was not happy. So whenever, so then his guru, the spiritual master, Narad Muni, understand, and he says that because you haven't glorified the Lord, who is the basis of everything. So that is why. So similarly, we are also, when we are actually now, we are like lost children, we are disconnected from Lord. But when we are able to establish that connection with the Lord, then we can again be happy, just like the Lord, right? Yeah. So, okay, maybe we can stop here. How many more are there, Mataji? 2 or 3? I don't know. Let me see. Okay, 30. Okay, we'll just read the translations and we'll complete today. What you all say?
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Sure, Mataji.
Yeah, please read. Go on, Mataji. Vida Mataji. Being thus fallen.
Being thus fallen, I'm approaching your feet for shelter, O Lord, because although the impure can never attain your feet, I think it is nevertheless possible by your mercy. Only when one's material life has ceased, O lotus navel Lord, can one develop consciousness of you by serving your pure devotees.
Yeah.
Should I continue, Mataji?
Yeah, okay. I'll just say 2 lines. So basically, when we develop that attachment towards Lord only, and also by serving the pure devotees, just like how Narad Muni in his previous life, being a son of maid's son, he perfected his life, right? Similarly, when we get the mercy of a pure devotee, so the advancement is very fast, right? So that is why we also have to take the initiation, right? So then only we like properly connected to the sampradaya, and in so many devotees' life, there is a lot of changes in their life and mercy flowing when they take the initiation and they're sincerely following this devotional service, right? So, yeah, because although the impure can never attain your feet, I think it is nevertheless possible by your mercy. Even the same thing, even Kunti Maharani says that whoever is, no, Shunvanti Gayanti Grinanti Grunantya Bhikshanashaha. Today only I was seeing this verse. Namanti. So actually, who is continuously engaged in hearing, who are singing the pastime of the Lord, and taking pleasure in the hearing. So, and who is certainly is going to see the lotus feet of the Lord. No? And seeing the lotus feet means what? We will not have to come back to this cycle of birth and death. Yes, Mataji, next one.
Obeisances to the Supreme Absolute Truth, the possessor of unlimited energies. He is the embodiment of pure transcendental knowledge, the source of all kinds of awareness, and the predominator of the forces of nature that rule over the living being.
Yeah. So the Lord is above all the, he has different energies, marginal. We are the marginal energies. So Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita 7.5 and 7.4. So Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhirevacha Ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakritirashtada. So there are 8 energies of the Lord which are material. And then Apareya Mitastvanyam Prakritim Vidhi Me Param Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Yayedam Dharete Jagat. So superior to that are living entities who are actually exploiting this material nature, right? Their Lord says. So different energies of the Lord is there. And Krishna actually is not, no, he doesn't, we can understand like how when Prahlad Maharaj, no, so how against nature, like even no, we see like if you put a finger in the fire, we get burned. But Prahlad Maharaj, nothing happened. How? Because Krishna protected, because it is Krishna's energy. Krishna can dictate. We all that failed in case of Prahlad Maharaj, right? Even while falling from the hill or in drowning in water or no in the I mean in between the poisonous snakes, so nothing could harm him because all the energies are under control of Krishna. And it is said even the sun god, Krishna in the Kapila Muni, to his mother when he says that all are afraid of me. The sun is actually because of fear. He is coming every day. No, no, everyone like all, even the Artha also we see in the Prithu Maharaj, when Prithu Maharaj was she was not giving sufficient grains because the people were impious. So Prahlad Maharaj stops her. He went to kill her. The personified form of the earth, and then she begs the Lord. No, all are afraid actually, and that is why they are working. But only we are disobedient and we are misusing the free will the Lord has given. But all the obedient children means they are acting as per the instruction of the Lord. Mataji, the last one.
O son of Vasudeva, obeisances to you, within whom all the living beings reside. O Lord of the mind and senses, again I offer you my obeisances. O Master, please protect me, who am surrendered unto you.
Yeah. So this is again the all-pervading nature of the Lord. So where everyone resides, O Lord of mind and senses. So Rishikesh, because when we surrender ourselves, our mind and senses to Lord, only then we can act. We considering like the senses have to be used in the service of Lord. Then the senses are in control. Otherwise, it cannot. Right? Just like the example of a chariot. Right? The body is compared to a chariot. The 5 horses are compared to the 5 senses, and the reins are compared to the mind. And the intelligence is the driver of the chariot, and the passenger is the soul. So it has to be always the passenger or the soul has to tell, right? When we are going somewhere in a vehicle, we have to tell the driver where to go. So basically now we are sitting in a vehicle is taking us somewhere and we are going, right? That is what is happening. Wherever it is taking, we are going. There's different 5 senses going here, there, there is no one direction. So we are going everywhere. So, but then when there is a direction, so the soul is very spiritually strong, the spiritual intelligence is strong, then he is able to discriminate, right? So here, that is what he said. So only Krishna is Rishikesha, so he can Rishikena Rishikesh. What is that? Rishikena Rishikesha. Deva Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate, right? So with the senses, we have to serve the master of senses. Then it is called pure devotional service. Okay, with this, we complete this. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavati ki jai, Namacharya Das Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I don't know which we have for next week. Hare Krishna.